Hello and welcome to Talkin Jake. Myself, BBD. I am in my new Whitey Ford jersey. I think I teased it on here a little bit. I definitely teased it on Twitter. I had a moment of, I don't want to say panic the other week. Know what it was? There's three main factors on why I'm wearing a Whitey Ford jersey. We're going to do an all-IL team this episode. I've been all around this topic. And let's be honest, one of the big things I've been harping on is finishing strong into the break. And so, sure, my Yankees just won 2 games against the Orioles, but if they go, 2-3 in their next 5, I won't be excited. Did I do the math right there? Is there 5 games left? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
2 and 3, yeah.
So, I don't know. There was nothing to dance around there. We're going to have some fun all-star content coming. And the other thing that sparked this topic was Angels fans, speaking of potentially limping into the break, Trout goes on the IL. Sad. Hate it. Sure.
Hamate, not fun.
Not fun. Got some Hamate DMs. We'll go through those later. We won't. That same day, Ohtani leaves with a blister injury. He's going to be okay. He won't pitch at the All-Star game, he announced. That's okay. And Rendon, who's got a little bit of an injury history. So I wanted to go around the league. Me and BBD are going to do some turkey math, because even if we did this 2 weeks ago, I think Carlos Rodon would have been on the team. But he's going to pitch Friday, knock on wood, we think.
He's essentially off now.
Yeah, so because it's been driving me a little nutty. And I honestly want to see where it lands, because pitchers feels a little illegal. Like, I could put together, with the Dodgers injuries, I can almost put together a nice starting rotation. Dustin May might need TJ again. So
I think that's official.
That'll be some YouTube fun. We'll bounce around the league and get that. Back to why I'm wearing a Whitey Ford jersey. 3 things happened. 1, we did a Yankees leaderboard sporkle. I don't know if that's out yet. It might be out yet.
I know 1 or 2 sporkles went
They're
out.
starting to come out, but we did a Yankees leaderboard sporkle. And the Yankees hitting is all over the map. You've got recent Yankees that have had a ton of success. Even a guy like Robinson Cano is an all-time hitter that can get lost in some of the Yankees leaderboards very easily.
If that part of his career was spent on any other team, he'd be one of 2 guys you've
automatically retired and that stuff. It's the Yankees have a lineage of hitting that's insane at this point. Wade Boggs, is an all-time hitter who had like a splash with the Yankees, and obviously has a great batting average and stuff like that. So that video is coming out soon. But on the pitching side, it's not that clear. There's probably a little something to pitching at Yankee Stadium that wasn't always conducive to the best ERA, short porch and stuff, lefty at the stadium, although we know that's balanced out in recent years. Whitey Ford is the guy. Whitey Ford is the guy. You start, there's these vagabond legends like Clemens and Johnson. They pit stopped and Cone was here for a nice chunk, but it's not like a legendary chunk. It's not like, oh shit, like
it's a lot of guys who had like a nice post-prime set of years.
You can even argue, David Cone's Yankees time started to lead into his post-prime. Like he has years pre-Yankees where he was, I don't know.
Like he already had a sigh.
David Cone, the borderline Hall of Famer in my book. Whitey Ford is the Yankees guy that you bring up any Yankees stats, Yankees record, leaderboards, all of that. So that was one of the first things. We did that sparkle, and I was like, Whitey Ford.
He's on all these lists.
And by the way, these aren't one of the top 3 options, but A, it's a jersey you never see, so flex on them. The Yankees 16? If you asked me Yankees 16 before I bought the jersey, I'm not great with numbers. I don't know. I don't know if I guess Whitey. I'm just being honest that, older guy. It's, why is he doing this? Whitey Ford ran.
And nowadays, pitchers don't wear numbers that low typically.
So I was like, okay. Level of homage there. 2 on the broadcast. Whitey Ford's nickname, chairman of the board. badass, if we're being honest. Such a lame kind of cool nickname. Like, what? Because he was the man. Michael Kay was talking about it. Coney was talking about it. Anyone in Yankee lore who talks about Whitey, they're like, he was calm, cool. He was the man. Like, kind of over the past year, we've fallen in love with Garrett Cole's new demeanor. Garrett Cole's kind of becoming the man, but he is like a quirky, very much ace, fine wine, little calculated Garrett Cole. They say Whitey Ford was cool as the other side of the pillow. So, okay, I'm kind of in on that. Like, we need, for everything that's now on the table, as myself, someone that'll hopefully be talking about Yankees for a long time, a little Whitey Ford love, sure. 3, had a couple beers. And with all that other stuff on the table, I was kind of due for a new Yankees jersey, too. It was Whitey Ford season, so it's kind of got a weird cut neck. It's got a nice, what patch is this? 1962 Yankees World Series patch. You don't see a lot of people flexing that around the office. So, yeah, we just ended up there after what was a long 4th of July, because update, Noodle still doesn't love fireworks. Still not a big fan of fireworks. I felt bad. This is a final anecdote before I do the All-IL team. Jess has a cousin in town, younger guy, visiting the city, first time to the city, asked to crash. Yeah, absolutely, sure. A couple days, why not? But, you know, when someone does crash at our apartment, you know, we live in a New York City apartment. It's a pull-out couch. You have to be dog-friendly because Noodle's going to be in the game with you. Pretty much the worst night you could pick to have your first sleepover with Noodle. I mean, pretty brutal. So, shout out. I don't know how Dimitri's feeling today. Shout out to Dimitri. He got the brunt of the fireworks and Noodle last night. So it's only uphill for them from here. And he was really tired. He drove the whole day. So I think everything was fine. But yeah, it basically, you know, I don't think I'll ever really do stand-up because I just don't want to pursue it. But sleeping over on someone's couch on the 4th of July who has a dog, there's something there.
We'll make a nice 5.
Man, that stinks. He was letting it rip. All right, let's do the All-IL team as of now. You'll be shocked to find out, and BBD, you can correct me if I'm wrong if you think you have another source on it. But man, I think the best website that had all of this laid out really well was ESPN. ESPN.com/MLB/injuries. They just have every team down the board, one page. The only thing I would critique them on, and again, I'm not, they do have day-to-day injuries. Like they have Drew Jones, D-backs draft prospect with a day-to-day quadriceps injury. I don't need that right now. But this
not on the MLB IL.
But I just think of every other website, you kind of have to go team to team. So this was pretty nice.
Yeah, for what we're about to try to do. Yeah.
So let's do some starting pitching quick. This is always tricky when we do teams because we can also fill out more relievers than we normally do on this one. Starting pitching, there's so many options. I just opened the Astros page, and you can do McCullers. You could do Luis Garcia. Starting pitching, I mean, we almost might have to limit it to 60-day IL because you can. Because I've just started scrolling the starting pitching. Merrill Kelly is a 10-day IL guy. Respect Merrill Kelly right now. I mentioned the Dodgers. Now, Bueller, May. I had Urias on there, but he's not a 60-day. Max Fried currently hurt. Tristan McKenzie's been out forever. McCullers, Luis Garcia. Starting pitching. And this one, is the least surprising, right? Because pitchers have always got hurt. Spring training is for pitchers. Pitchers are now pushing themselves to an even further level. That I think for starting pitchers, I think let's try to go 60-day IL.
Yeah.
Because you easily can. So let's for now, and before we start bumping guys, SP 60-day.
And we might be able to, I think there's a Brave and then 2 Astros, 2 Dodgers.
Is that Kyle Wright?
Gonna get us there. I thought Fried is 60-day.
Is he?
I think he is.
Double check.
I'll double check. I very well could be wrong. He's been out a bit. He's been out a while.
I mean,
he's on the 60-day.
Let's put Bueller. Let's put May. Let's put Fried. Let's put Kyle Wright, who your 1997 Cy Young winner last year. McCullers.
I'd add Luis Garcia to that list.
Let's put Luis Garcia for now.
I think he will be the first bump of this crew if we find someone else.
Yankee fans happily will take Rodon off this list for now. I could put Frankie Montas on there. I will choose not to. That's a personal choice for now. I don't believe Tristan McKenzie hit the 60, so he's out for now. Let's do a quick...
I have another one.
Okay.
Our Brewers, Brandon Woodruff, 60-day IL.
Yeah, man. He's really
good.
He's Woody. Shout out to Corbin Burns. You guys like that episode. Glad you guys like that. Foolish.
Couple big clips.
Foolish made me giggle with his I've been replaced. Similar guys, similar builds.
Also on the Brewers, Aaron Ashby. Don't have him on this list, but just
let's see. Trevor Rogers from the Marlins. Before the season, you would have said that's kind of an impact piece. I'll put him down for now, and then we'll get our 5.
Molly feels like a stretch.
I think you can hear it in my voice that Rogers and Molly, they probably don't get there, but. Jose Quintana on the 60-day IL. Remember him?
Mm-hmm. Stable.
I'm not putting you, Rodon. I'm sorry. Phillies, Noah Song, our favorite pitcher. I'll tell you what, to jump around. I'll tell you what. Start doing Southern talk radio. Not to flash forward to our offensive team. I think I just found our first baseman.
I thought the same thing.
Reeser Hoskins, how quickly has he kind of exited our brains? And my
Free
God,
agent after this year.
I just scrolled past the Pirates, and you might have your shortstop from that team. Anyway, Susan.
And on our pitchers, I found a Cy Young winner, Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray is on the IL. Ooh, he's an interesting.
He is. He's a fascinating one.
But that's good. Like if we're doing this, you put Robbie Ray over someone like Rogers.
Yes.
He's got a Cy Young in the bag, in his bank account.
Couple guys that people are screaming about right now that we haven't mentioned.
Sure.
DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom.
And no, people aren't screaming about him, but our guy Odo on the 60-day.
Maybe not screaming about Odo, but
Ryu.
DeGrom. Ryu?
Yep.
Wow. Where's Ryu at? When's the last time Ryu has pitched?
On this page, he was in a rehab start last week, so we're Rodoning him. He's out of consideration. He's on the mend.
I guess I meant. I was trying to say when was the last time he was good. He threw 31 starts in 21, and he was average, a 4.37 ERA.
19 in
but
20
yeah, 19 in 2020. He was, second in the Cy Young, third in the Cy Young. So he's I'm not being rude to Ryu. He's 36 now. So again, it's to the point that we could build a third rotation that I think would have Ryu in it. Who is a guy that if he was pitching well this year, you'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean, this guy, go look at 21 and 22, man. This guy gets outs. I'm seeing a potential left fielder for a lineup, so I'm just going to write his name down
Set
quick.
that aside. I think I'm through the list, and the only name that I need to mention is Steven Strasburg.
Strasburg.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's that might be too sad for the graphic.
Too sad.
So I think I'll shy away from this one. Waino just went on the IL. That's looking sad. McClanahan on the IL, which goes more to my point of just how often guys are getting hurt. God, Drew Rasmussen.
We're doing 60s, you know.
Drew Rasmussen, 60-day IL. He was
Really
one of the
good.
stories to start this season. If we were doing probably not a graphic guy, but if you were doing an honest top 5 pitcher that's on the 60-day IL, I think Drew Rasmussen would have a big argument. Let me do one last search. Texas Rangers, Andrew Heaney paternity.
Mm-hmm. James Paxton paternity.
Yeah, how about that?
Some former Yankee lefties.
Baby making season. Nats, like
They got home from the off season and got to work.
Okay, so 60-day IL. I think Luis Garcia is out for now because I think if you had to pick between him and McCullers, I think you'd lean Lance. All right, for graphic purposes, I think DeGrom is on there.
Mm-hmm. Was really good this year when he pitched.
Max Fried, arguably the best lefty in baseball.
Second in Cy Young last year.
Walker Buehler.
Really good.
Let's see. DeGrom, Fried, Buehler. Kyle Wright has an argument, but he's not. We've already got Max Fried. Let's go with McCullers.
Mm-hmm.
Give the Astros and Lance some love in a sick way, I guess. And then it's Robbie Ray or Woodruff. In this rotation, I think I want to go Robbie Ray to have another lefty. Let me look at Robbie Ray and Woodruff side by side, because Woodruff is good.
I really like Woodruff.
He doesn't have the trophies. He's got a 5th in the Cy Young. My goodness. He's good.
It's a lot of good. Only 2 games this year, but was dominant in those 2.
3.14 career ERA.
Woodruff is awesome. And Robbie Ray,
You know what?
People nerdier than I are more out on Robbie Ray.
2021 looks a little more and more like an outlier. Woodruff gets in. We just had Corbin Burns here. He talked about not having Woodruff. Okay, so your starting rotation, 60-day IL. 60-day IL, DeGrom, Fried, Buehler, McCullers, Woodruff. That's pretty good. That's really good, in fact. Relievers, I got excited for before this. I'm currently not. We might circle back on.
There's going to be a million of them.
I did see Chad Green on the 60-day IL and kind of had a little baby tear there. I mean, Yankees, you can go Efros, Trevino,
Yeah, you can just tell you the Yankees IL.
Edwin Diaz.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we'll get a top 3 relievers at the end of this, because Edwin Diaz...
Edwin needs a little love.
Was the best reliever in baseball last year, and he's been out of the picture.
Yeah. A guy we didn't include in this conversation, don't think he cracks our top 5 starters, but John Means.
What do you means?
People will be mad on the full episode if we haven't mentioned him. Chris Sale's back on the 60-day. Yeah. Let's get off the starting pitchers.
Yeah, I had Sale on my original list. I'm sorry. Him and Whitlock made the original list. Whitlock 15-day. Let's go to the lineup, because this currently, Trout just went on the 10-day. Judge is on the 10-day. Or 15, excuse me. Or is it 10? It's 10.
It's 15 for pitchers, 10 for hitters.
15 for pitchers, that's what it is.
They didn't like people having a guy just skip a start by 10-daying him.
If it's Trout's hamate, It's 60.
He's gonna be a candidate for that.
Let's aim wide, and let's see where we start. And when I say aim wide, here's what I can do in the outfield real quick. Yordan Alvarez. He's been out for a while now. Not on the 60, but he's missed significant time.
He has missed significant.
I'm going to put Trout in center field for now, and I'll put Aaron Judge in right field. And this is kind of what I'm getting to. That's the AL's best outfielders. Like, I don't want to say easily.
Everyone's picks to be all-star starters or all-JM outfield would have been the picks.
So let's start there, because that's easy. Let's put Reeser at first for now. We'll see who we're missing. Here's some options for the infield as we scroll. This one's not flashy, but Brendan Rodgers has been missing from the Rockies. I think he won the Gold Glove at second base, and he can also hit.
I think I saw Kelsey give a nice update on him. He took some BP the other day on the field, might be working his way.
Shortstop options. This is without diving deep. Trevor Story and O'Neal Cruz have been out. Third baseman, I think Yohan Moncada is in play. In corner outfielders, if we're not being flashy, but 60-day, we're Meadows and Haniger. I mean, that's... Yeah. I think we're going to get a flashier lineup than that. Sorry to our friends.
They'd be on the bench of this team.
So let's go bottom to top. Okay, Nats, I don't think they're going to have anyone graphic-wise that jumps out to us. Texas Rangers, offense is healthy. Good. Happy for them. Rays, they're all pitching. Oh, my God. So many pitchers hurt for them.
Yeah.
Rays baseball, baby.
Doesn't look like anyone on the IL position player-wise. Great.
Tyler O'Neill's on a 60-day IL. I don't think he's going to make it.
He'd be on this bench.
With the current outfield we're assembling.
We pinch run defensive, replace him.
Yeah, he'd get out there. Athletic. Ty France day-to-day, no. Mitch Haniger, I mentioned him. Tyro's on the 10-day. Hit by pitch on the wrist. I might just note him.
Note him.
He could be a second baseman. He could be a dreamer. Brian Hayes, 10-day IL, but it looks like he's coming back. I think we'll be okay there. O'Neal Cruz. G-Man Choi, if you really...
He's not unseating Reese.
It's a good 60-day ILer if we need a DH that speaks to the people. I'm just gonna fast forward. Ramon Laureano, if you need another outfield. Yeah. Our outfield's kind of good.
Outfield's kind of good.
Outfield's kind of.
A lot of people play outfield, so they don't tell you.
It's true. It's true. Willie Calhoun, I don't know if we need it.
Can bang though.
Scott Efros, the boss. Jorge Polanco's about to come off the IL. He could be an infield option. Darren Ruff, I think we're okay on.
I didn't realize Tilo was hurt. That stinks.
Yeah, we hate that. Brian Anderson, paternity. Everyone
began their offseason strong last year.
Jazz Chisholm back to the IL. Okay, that's significant.
Yeah, so bleak.
I don't know where I'm going to put him, but...
We might get him back to the infield.
Yeah, which maybe that makes people mad. We also kind of need a DH. I mean, you put Chisholm in the outfield. You just change the outfield to outfield and you DH Jordan. I like that for now.
Yeah, 3 outfielders and...
Okay, you're on DH. Sorry, Jordan. I mean, everyone loves Jazz Chisholm on a graphic, you know what I'm saying? And they could play the outfield, you know? I've got 3 guys that could play center right there. Chisholm, Trout, and Judge?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Okay, so let's do... For now, let's have Rhys Hoskins at first. Let's try Estrada at second, although it feels like a little cop-outer. Shortstop Story feels like good graphic stuff. Starry O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Third base, I'm going to put Moncada for now. So with that, I would need a catcher, which is crazy that like a big catcher hasn't popped up yet, which is funny because that's the position
you assume someone gets knocked out.
You'd assume would be the most banged up. Oh, know who should kind of be on this graphic?
Or did we think of the same guy?
Who'd you think of?
He's an Angel.
I did not.
Oh.
Who's your Angel?
Logan O'Hoppe. He was off to a great
start. He was killing. Okay, he's in play. I saw a name that
Max Stassi also 60-day Angels catcher.
Come on, Angels. The name that twisted me up a little bit and was a significant injury that surprised us all, and it's more in the Rhys Hoskins ilk, and I think it plays a little better. Gavin Lux. Missed the whole season.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be kind of the Dodgers shortstop. I think we might be able to put him at second if we need to.
I think he might be our second base.
I think for the graphic, I think that's a little flashier. Let's get Lux at second. Because forgotten. Not to be rude.
He was ruled out early in spring.
Wow. Okay.
Gio Urshela's going to be a 60-day.
Gio the God. I think he gets outflashed.
Yeah.
Outflashed?
He doesn't get outflashed by a lot of guys, but
it's not a phrase you should be throwing around. Right now, the Angels. Huh? Oh, boy, Angels. Angels IL. And, hey, maybe the All-Star break is a perfect time, or maybe they're going to be a team I'm talking about limping these next 5 games. Shohei just left day-to-day. Blister, I think he's okay. Rendon pulled from Tuesday's game with a left shin contusion. Do what you want with that, but guy with an injury history. Trout IL, O'Hoppe IL, Neto IL, Drury IL, Gio IL. That's potentially a whole infield for them. Drury, Gio, Rendon, Neto, and O'Hoppe. And Mike Trout. God, that's where baseball, man. Oh, fuck. Pasquantino.
Yeah, he's out.
God, now I kind of want to put Chisholm in the infield.
Well, Pasquantino's first base DH.
I put him over Reese. We just moved Jordan. Do we just take Chisholm out? He just came back.
He just came back, and it's an oblique.
Let's take Chisholm out. I forgot about Vinny. With him and Reese at first and DH, I love that. I'm going to put Hoskins at DH and Vinny at first because I think that'll make him happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, either or. Okay. I feel good about that. Jose Urquidy didn't get mentioned before. Michael Brantley didn't get mentioned before.
Yeah.
That's where this is. That's where this gets sick, man. You know, Riley Green could probably be on this team in some way. It's a 10-day IL, and he just started rehabbing, so I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Tigers also have Tigers
on the way back are sort of out.
Tigers and Rockies back-to-back on this page. German Marquez is someone who could have been an all-star this year. He's 60-day IL. Senzatella, who's a guy that they've thought could have German Marquez-type seasons for them. He's a 60-day IL guy. In those Tigers, Spencer Turnbull. It's starting to get a little deeper cut baseball.
Yeah.
But
Casey Mize. 1-1. Erod's been out a while. Looks like he's starting today. So he's back.
Hunter Green might go to the 60-day IL. He's currently on the 15. Kopech's on a 15. Hendricks. Clev. Okay. Moncada could begin rehab after the All-Star break. Boring. Austin Hayes, day-to-day. All right. So here's what we have. Here's what we need. Ohapi, Pasquantino, Hoskins, Luck, Story, Moncada.
Jordan, Trout, Judge.
And that gives them their positions back. Jordan, Trout, Judge. I'm going to go Hoskins at first. Pasquantino at DH. If Vinny gets mad, I'm sorry. I fought for him to be on this team.
I think both of them are graphic-wise, they'll be fitting at either spot.
I think it just works better coming down the lineup. How about that? No catchers except Angels.
Yeah. Angels they came into the season with two guys they were ready for.
What's that about?
At that position. And then they're the only two that have gotten really hurt.
All right, Beebs, I'm going to read some of this off. If you want to find one or two relievers to pair with Edwin Diaz, ideally 60-day. Hate to get greedy and kind of rude. So again, back to the rotation. DeGrom, Max Fried, Walker Buehler, Lance McCullers, Brandon Woodruff. Bong. That was leaving out a lot of names. Around the Horde, Logan Ohapi, young catcher. Is really balling out for the Angels. Rhys Hoskins and Gavin Lux, the two that happened before the season. Out of sight, out of mind. Kind of the same with Trevor Story. O'Neal Cruz gets jobbed a little bit on this. Should I take Moncada out? Put O'Neal Cruz at third? That'll make people mad. I'm not up for it.
Yeah.
Jordan in left, Trout in center, Judge in right, your AL outfield. And Vinny Pasquantino at DH, out for the year. Sad. Hashtag sad. You see any relievers?
Tyler Matzik.
He's
the one that has really stuck out. I'm in the midst of a scroll.
How good do his numbers look? Because I saw Johnny Loizaga as well. He could be in the discussion.
Yeah, I haven't taken in the Yanks.
Matzik, Loizaga.
Just can't bring myself to. Blake Trinan.
Trinan's good. Good. He's on the team.
Yeah. Although I think he just began a throwing program. It's nothing.
Yeah. Diaz, Trinan. Gotta have the money ball. Who finishes out this team? It's not you, Mark Melanson.
Yeah, saw him a little bit.
It is not you, Austin Voth.
Edwin's the closer on this team. Webb Dog.
Brad Boxberger's fighting for it, but I won't let it happen.
Sneaky good numbers, though. Lou Trevino.
Liam Hendricks would have. TJ Antone for our Reds fans.
What's Hendricks' current thing?
He's currently 15, so he's...
Yeah, we're looking for 60. He's not on something that we expect to go 60, right?
No, I don't think so. Josh Stallmont, not 60.
Not a 60. Packy Naughton 60.
Loizaга's an option. Don't say Packy Naughton.
Andrew Kittredge.
Kittredge, good. Kittredge versus Loizaga's a fun one.
Team's got room. Chad, like we said.
Do love Chad Green. Robert Suarez from the Padres. Appeared in his second rehab game, so he might be back too soon.
Tanner Rainey was technically the Nats closer. If you want to give them some love, I'm a little out on them.
Don't Tanner Rainey me right now.
But then that's the full scroll I just did. The names 15. That had popped out.
You know what? So it's between Loizaga, Matzik. TJ Antone. I'm going to give TJ Antone's one stat look.
Give him a stat look.
Man, 36 games, so it's a small sample size. 2.48 ERA.
He was good.
Loizaga, are you going to impress me? 3.53. Give me TJ Antone. Screw it. Screw the graphic. And I think we met him and he was nice. So that's what sports media is, people. Bias media. Talkin Jake, bias. That is your All-IL team. I don't know if it opened up anything for you. I guess where I wanted to land in this exercise, taking away a lot of the banged up guys hurts, because guys get banged up every day. That's where I started with the Angels game the other night. Pitchers, I guess, I knew, but I didn't know how crazy it is that there are so many pitchers. I'm impressed by catchers even more. None of the big guys. That's really good. Adleys, JTs, Salvies.
Yeah, catchers have been healthy around the league, and Angels fans are mad.
I guess Alejandro Kirk was out for a little bit. Now I'm just going through my memory of guys who were on the IL. Let's stop that. Let me know.
Who was our final bullpen then?
Diaz, Trinan, and TJ Antone. I think TJ Antone, if people open that page, they'll be impressed. And his stuff was legit. And I think he had cornrows for a little bit. So you got to be good if you're doing that. Your name TJ Antone.
Shout out Andrew Kittredge.
Let me know who else you think I missed, because there are a lot of options. I guess the outfield is pretty glaring right now, and the starting pitching. A couple other positions I guess we're waiting for bigger updates on. But
team's got a great bench if we were to do that.
Oh, you could fill it out.
Cruz, Haniger.
The whole bullpen would be impressive. Like if we filled out a whole bullpen with Kittredges and Loizagas and guys like that, I think you'd be more impressed. But starting out Diaz, Trinan. TJ Antone, baby. Leave it in the comments.
That's sick.
We will see you guys maybe Sunday or Monday. We're heading out to Seattle for the All-Star game. There's going to be so much fun content out there. We love you guys. I think that's all I've got. I have to use the bathroom badly. TJ Antone, Whitey Ford. Thank you guys.